centralized, globally scalable database that's optimized for structured data. So what's structured data? It's not your family photos. It's those little bits of information that the phone and other services collect about you as you go throughout the day. So pretty much exactly the data that talking data is aggregating at the moment. On top of this database, we're building the eBay for data. So a data trading platform that allows individuals and companies to monetize their data. But so why do we need a decentralized database, and why would you want to put your data in there? So currently your data goes into these huge data silos, and they have numerous problems. They always get hacked through the front door. So Equifax, an American company, just lost every second American social security number through a simple hack. They always get accessed from the back end, so they get accessed by government information requests. The companies share the data, sometimes in shady deals with other companies. You have no idea what's going on with your data. And most importantly, you're not making any money off this data. You're not part of this equation. So here's our solution. First of all, in the Datum database, all your data is encrypted with your individual private key. And we use a technology called proxy re-encryption, which allows the network to delegate access to your data to data consumers, but the network itself can never decrypt your data. The second part is, where do we store this data? So we don't store this data. Instead, this data is stored in storage nodes that people like you can run in reward for earning what we call the DAT token, a cryptocurrency. And so that's the third part. To build this ecosystem, we created this DAT token, a cryptocurrency, that allows us to give the right incentives to all stakeholders of this network. So we can reward people for keeping the network running, we can reward people for sharing the data, and companies can acquire data using this token. So we've built our first use case out. The test network launched last month, so you can download the Datum app. Now, what's in it for you as a consumer? You can download this app. You can currently share your email address and earn some free cryptocurrency in exchange for that. As a developer, we're building a decentralized alternative to things like Google Firebase or Parse.com. So you as a developer or company don't have to worry about things like GDPR compliance. The data network goes way beyond that. The data is owned by the end user, the consumer, and not by you. And this solves a lot of legal problems that will come up in the future. And so we actually think that data is a really valuable resource. And this data is created by all of us, everyone in here. But we don't get paid for this data. So we really want to change that. And so we did a lot of marketing around #TakeBackYourData. So check it out. Thanks.
Thank you very much. Any questions for him? Yes.
I guess the question would be, how would that apply in China? Is that feasible in China?
Yeah, so at the moment we're just building one network, and this network is secure by design, so there are no backdoors in. Basically, you control this data. But we are thinking about offering white label solutions, where companies or countries, right, can implement their own version of that. We don't have a strong view either way. We're actually not there to lock the data away. We want to unlock value in data.
What I mean is, with maybe the Chinese government, there might be problems with it.
Yeah, so at the moment in our network, there is no government backdoor. There is no backdoor for companies either. But you could build a version that has some sort of governance built in, depending on the environment. Now, we're not, that may be for companies or for countries.
Any more questions? Yes.
What if, like, to use Google, they would say you can't use data? Can you see some, like,
So,
I know ad block or some websites.
Yeah, sure.
You can't use it unless you take that.
Yeah, so actually, almost everyone already has Google Maps installed. They collect the background location data, which is super valuable for free from everyone, right? So we're just an alternative path where if you want, you can give Datum this background location data, and you can then sell it off to companies on your own terms. We can't prevent Google from collecting your data, but the European Union can, and we think they will. So the GDPR already returns rights to the users. And we go way beyond that. So we solve a legal problem for these companies by turning the privacy policy on its head. In Datum, you are the owner of the data and you delegate access to this data back to companies. And this is really valuable for companies. Once Google may be forced by the EU to implement changes like this, we may have a solution for that.
Okay, thank you very much.